Hey guys, so today my dad is going to be showing you guys how to make a custom box just like this one. Stay tuned.
G'day guys, this is Funko J's dad. Today I'm going to do one of maybe 3 videos, nice little short videos where I explain how I make custom boxes for Funko Pop vinyls. I've been getting quite a few requests come through via Instagram and Funko J's YouTube channel because people have seen that I created a box and custom painted a pop vinyl. We sent it over to Tristan, who is aka Top Pops, so go and check out his videos. Because of that, people are asking me if I can make them boxes, which yes I can, but because we're in Australia, the postage comes into it quite a bit, and that turns people off because of the cost to send stuff, etc. So I figure if you can't buy them from me, etc., you might as well make your own. Hence the reason I'm going to make these videos. They're not hard to do. The hardest piece for me was that I spent probably 3 or 4 days measuring, resizing, measuring, printing, cutting over and over and over again. I did it around 40 times until I got the box the right size, the way I actually wanted it, so it all sat nice and neat. So rather than just look at Skeletor like you are now, let's have a look and see how I did it. I used Photoshop CS5. It's an old version, but I know how to use it, so I stick with it. I don't figure if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and this is not broke. Okay, so let's open up what we've done. So this is basically the full template you're going to see with all my renders and add-ins and PNGs and everything over the top, and this is what we sent Tristan. So this is laid out on an A3 sheet, so I'll show you the size. I say I know how to use it and then I can't click on what I want. So there you go. So it's a standard A3 sheet, 420mm by 297mm. You may want to do that for our American friends. Convert that into your inches or whatever you need to do. And it's 300 DPI and it's on a transparent background. So if you guys go to print this later down the track, if you get it printed at 100% scale on an A3 sheet, it'll fit perfectly. It's not a full, I'll show you what I mean, hang on, get rid of that. It's a full box, but it's actually got an extra tab up here that you cut separate, and then you glue that piece down to this grey piece here and it creates a full box. It's the cheap way of doing it. If you want to go to printers and get this done, like we use a place in Australia called Officeworks. Officeworks print up to A3 super glossy 250 GSM paper, and that's as big as they'll go unless you want to start paying a lot more money. So this costs me in Australian dollars about $1.45 to print off on that paper. And the only drawback is that I have to cut this tab off when we do it, and I'll show you in the second video what I do, and glue it to there, and that's it. If I go to the next sheet up, it's about $9 for the big sheet, and there's massive amount of wastage. It's the same GSM, it's the same gloss, everything. It's just a lot more money for a lot of wastage. So I figure it's a lot easier just to have it there, cut it, stick it. Now you got to remember that these boxes we make, they're not factory boxes. They're never going to be perfect. They're going to have little creases and little glue marks, and Tristan's box is exactly the same as that. It's not exactly perfect, but it looks pretty cool. So we'll show you how that happens. To give you an idea of the finished product we ended up after doing this, Tristan's box came out like this, and he posted this himself on his Instagram account. So this is his Instagram, and that's what he got. It's in a pop protector, nice and neat, thank you very much. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's Peter Parker, it's Peter Parker. It is Peter Parker to a point. It's Peter Parker's body, but it's not his head because the hair's going the wrong way. So, and from memory, I think the head was of Jared from Silicon Valley, from memory, because Peter Parker's a bobblehead and the Silicon Valley one isn't. So I had to remove the spring, reinsert the plastic, make it the right size and attach it so it, because a bobblehead and it just didn't fit. It took a long time to fix it, but that's who they are. I'm pretty sure it's Jared from Silicon Valley with Spider-Man's body, Peter Parker's body with the little backpack. So there you go, guys. So now this is printed on paper called super glossy GSM is $2.50, and it was an A3 sheet. So that's the finished product. He seems pretty happy with it. I've spoken with Tristan a couple of times, and you've seen videos, and yeah, he loves it. So there you go. So let's move on to the actual design part. Okay, so let's move on to the next piece. The original box that we've done for Tristan, I'm not going to use that. I have another template I'm going to use to show you how I do it. So we'll open the blank box up. So basically when this opens, this is the exact same thing that we made with Tristan's, except this time it's just got basic shapes and name goes here. Everything's just basic about it. Fully ready for you guys to change it the way you need it. Okay. So the first thing you'll notice is the blue things here, obviously the pop vinyl shapes. Now it depends on which pop vinyl you're making as to which shape you put in there. So you can adjust them and change them to suit any way you want. This is the outline of Tristan just for demonstration purposes, but it'll give you the idea of where the pop needs to go and the size. And because it's a custom box, you can do whatever you like with it. If you want the head to be big over here, or you want a tiny little one here, it doesn't matter. You just change to whatever you want, and it's set up that easy. So over on the right hand side here, you'll see I've got all the different folders for the parts of the box itself, including the fold lines, which are grey, so you click them off, they're gone. The fold lines, that's just text at the top there that flashes on and off that tells me to remind me that it's A3. Sometimes I print on A4 and I regret it. So obviously you turn the folders off and it turns the parts of the box off that you wish to work on. Just makes it easier for me to see what I'm doing. So for example, the left side, if you leave it the way it is, as it is, and open the folder up here, you'll see that it's broken down into layers. And each layer is named. If you don't name them, it'll get very, very confusing for you. So pop shape, you turn that off. Blue shape disappears. The number is self-explanatory. You name it whatever number you want. Circle, the logo. Now that's just the pop logo. You can go onto Google and download any PNG image you want. If you wanted pop rocks or I don't know, pop kids or whatever you wanted, pop custom like I use, you could go onto Google and download a PNG image and drop that in. You can use any image you want. PNG is fantastic with transparent background. In this case, I just made my own little circle at the bottom there and wrote custom on it. You do whatever you like, but that's it there, and you can manipulate that, see? And you move it wherever you want. And the side shape is the actual coloured piece on the side of the box. So let's do a demo, right? I will load up the whole box so you don't lose where I'm at. There's the box, right? I'll just take that A3 text off. And you want to start by putting a picture in here. I'm going to use Tristan obviously because that's the box I've already pre-made. So I have a PNG of Tristan, and you'll have to make your own one of these. Just go into Photoshop and paint it in and draw it in. I digitally drew this one in and changed the hair color, etc. So drag and drop Tristan onto the screen and get rid of that. You don't need it anymore. And here's his layer. So I always name it Tristan. So, if I spill over. Right. So then drag him up to the left side, and you'll now find he's actually in your left side somewhere. See, there he is. Beautiful. Drag him to the top so you can see him, and there he is. Alright, so you just change the size, so you scale him, hold your shift button down so he stays proportional, and move him to wherever you need. Now, you're going to see blue around him, and that's fine because when these pop boxes get done, you'll notice that they always have a white line around the edge of the character. And that's what we're going to add, so that blue will disappear. And if you're worried, you can actually just turn the blue off. So you just go up to the shape, flick it off, blue's gone. It's just a guide, okay? You just turn it off. So with Tristan and in Photoshop, and I don't know what you do in other systems, but in Photoshop, if you double click, you can click stroke, and it puts a line around the whole object. You obviously change that to white, and whatever size you want it to be. I like a little bit thicker than normal. Looks good to me, so 13 is the number for me. And there you go, Tristan's on the side of the box. Next thing you want to do is add there, whatever you want to call it. We typed in Pop Vinyl Logo PNG. Here we go. There you go, straight up. Easy to find. Right, there's another good one. So you're looking at the size of them. That's the best one. So, transparent background, as you can see. Save it. Now go back to Photoshop and you go File, Open, Desktop, Pop Vinyl Logo, PNG, Open. There it is. Drag and drop it onto your thing. Get rid of that because you don't need it anymore. And then you could just put it wherever you want it, see? It's already pre-made. Scale him down to fit. And there you go. And then you just turn the other one off that's under it. So you'd go custom pop vinyl logo over here, turn it off, there you go, you wouldn't know. So that's how quick you could do it. Easy. Or the other way around it is, we'll get rid of that one for the time being, and I'll delete it so I don't confuse anybody. Delete layer. The other thing you could do would be is to add a shape. So you go to your shape here, and it's red, alright? So you can't go wrong, red. We zoom her in a bit. And it's a rounded shape, which I've just picked there on Photoshop, and it looks like whatever size you want to make it. Obviously it's adjustable. Sits in there like that, very nice. Just manipulate it where you want to be. Now, the text I use for boxes is called franchise. It seems to be fine. So we'll type in here, rocks. Now the text is going to be white. Thank you. And you just maneuver and place that where you ever need it. So within a few minutes, you've already made the side pretty much. Easy. Now where it says pop text, it's already preloaded for you. So you just have to come over here and find pop text, click on it, and change it to whatever you like. Done. And it's exactly the same with the number. You just go into the number, highlight whatever you want to make it. Done. And you can change the colour of the number, you can change whatever you like. So that would be nearly the whole side done. Now, off that, you could then do the panel itself. Okay, so you go side shape over here, and that's the green bit obviously. So if I was to double click on that and go gradient overlay, you'll see that's what I'm talking about. It changes that square. Okay. Okay, so the green panel is the next thing you want to change and put your own design on. So the best bet is to actually download a picture you want or your graphics you want and have it ready to go. So in this instance, I have this pattern I just found on the internet that I thought looked pretty cool. You copy that and you paste that into your original design. So I'll throw it in there once I find the correct button I'm after. Here we go, paste, thank you very much. Now you need to obviously rotate that to the same panel, then scale it so it's actually bigger than the panel itself that you're aiming to copy. As you can see, it is here. Now drag it over and overlay it over the panel. You'll see why in a minute. Okay, once you've done that, then turn the panel off because you need to select the green panel. Go to your layer, select the green panel, then switch it off. Turn back on the panel you want to cut out. See? Cut that or copy it. I usually copy it and paste it because it'll paste back in the exact same spot. Turn the first layer off and there you go. You now have your graphics that replaces the panel perfectly from the green to your new. Now you can do that for every part that's green. Put your own design in, whatever you want, whatever picture you draw, that's the way you do it.
So there you guys go. There is part 1 on our tutorial on how to make your own box. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, learnt something, and just got something out of it. If you guys did try this out, I would really like to find out how it went for you and how it turned out. If you guys did do this, please leave it in the comment section below. I'd really like to find out about it. At the end of this series, there will be a downloadable link for you guys, so you guys can download the file and then create your own boxes. So I really hope that you guys use that and get something out of that. Guys, as always, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Please stay tuned for the next video so you can see what tricks we have along the way for that. And this is Funko J out. You can also watch one of these videos if you like. See yas.